welcome everyone. It's time for more Avowed. Well, last time we went out into the world again, because we had done Fiorme Severno, talked to everyone I think we can talk to, or could talk to up until that point. And we had a few missions and quests and stuff like that. So I've sort of gone fairly straightforward here from Fiorme Severno. We started down here by the camp, and then sort of just went where we needed to go, which was over to the Dilemgan Glade for the Aragorn heart. Aragorn? Hold on. Adragon heart, which indeed was over here. That was interesting because in this little glade there was this, let's say, building. It was like, was it a mushroom? I don't know if it was a mushroom. Potentially a mushroom. Basically, we found the Dilemgan Queen, and she was very happy to just give it to us. Very unusual for a game to have her basically say, you know what, this heart is from the old ruler, a ruler who did very bad things, so we killed him. We don't really care about his heart. We are very glad to just be rid of it, and there you go. I don't know if it is the case that I happened to kill a sporling in there, just from my little... I had the high ground, so I killed a sporling. And then Kai and Marius went after a Dilemgan, but I snuck into here and sort of accidentally went into dialogue mode. I don't know what would have happened if I would have sort of cleared the sort of courtyard that she had. Would she not have been as forthcoming? Maybe. I don't know. But it worked, so I'm happy about that. And we did one bounty. We also did the Revenant thing, so we can go back down to the farm. So you can see we have two things to return here. Part, the guy with the Revenants, tell him what was going on. And then also, we met a old man, the gift bearer, who was talking about the thing in the lake, which was basically, well, supposedly at least, part of the moon that we heard about before, that crashed and burned, a third moon, so to speak, and that potentially what was causing the Revenants to show up here. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're gonna find out what he wants to do with that, and that is something we might do indeed in this episode. Where we are beginning, though, is where I'm standing right now, which is back in Fiorme Severno, because with the Adragon heart, we need to plug that into Monto's little...
Welcome to my fine establishment.
Yes. We need to plug that into his beautiful machine and see what the hell happens, but we are gonna chat to him first.
You have the heart. Excellent.
I do have it excellent. He seems very uninterested, but sure. Here we go. Place the heart. Uh-huh. Are we happy?
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful, and a more than capable companion for poor Giatta.
Uh-huh. So, do you have an idea what it took to get that heart? Yeah, I had to traverse a lot of wilderness to get there. I got your machine running. Now tell me about the Dream Scourge. Yes. Well, actually, you know what? Can I get something for this?
Nature is as stubborn as ever, I see. Fair enough. Here's payment for your troubles. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver. No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood.
Okay. I thought you were gonna ask questions. That's not a question, that's a statement. Also, metaphysical quiver. You might want to explain that first. So I found an authority figure and figure out what happened. I wash my hands of this and leave. I continue to look at the sun. What kind of question is that? Yeah, hold on, that's not even a question.
It's less of a question and more of a stimulus. As long as you're honest, there's no wrong answer.
Okay, forget it. Next question. What would I do? I would probably wash my hands and, well, maybe not leave. I mean, I would look about my body. Is it me who's bleeding? I don't know, but okay. I probably just wouldn't lie around looking at the sun, and I also probably wouldn't find an authority to figure out what happened. No. So, alright then.
All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum.
Pendulum. Divination, clock, seasons, puppeteer. I'm gonna say clock.
Chrysalis.
Self-destruction, transformation, secrets, protection, transformation.
Spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Uh-huh.
Hello? You still with me?
Why did my voice interrupt there? I think my soul is particularly sensitive to your examination.
In that case, let's stop it before I do any lasting damage. Hey, let's go over your results. Your soul is like a piece of sea glass. All the edges are smoothed down. Quite beautiful, really. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold.
Oh, come off it. Just ask me on a date already. Anyway, Yvette and Remy certainly thought so, yes.
God, my condolences. Those two are a handful, even for animancers. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting.
I mean, that would be my god, yes. So I need to trace it back to the source. What's going on to... what is it doing to me? You think I can remove? Yeah, I need to go to the source here.
That would be closer to Giatta's area of expertise. I'm sure she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giatta's theory of the Dream Scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land. Diverted, like the flow of a river.
So not gone, just indeed diverted, okay. The essence has to go somewhere, so Giatta's right, but then will step into defender. Elia believes the Dream Scourge and the living lands have a common ancestor. Okay, what do you think about that?
I think Eora is old, haunted, and unsympathetic. Anything is possible. Regardless, essence doesn't just disappear. It must be going somewhere. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giatta my fondest regards.
So
Keep
basically,
looking, huh?
you didn't really have a whole lot to say.
Getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
Oh, Marius, don't change. Right then, with all that said, we can now finally go to Giatta and say, hey, here's the rub. How about we get a move on?
Are you as excited to get started as I am? Because I'm very excited.
Very excited indeed. So, I can talk about each one individually. Let's do that. Monto Pastor first.
And you got his machine up and running. That's what I call progress. I helped Monto after his wife died. She was brilliant, and he took the loss hard. I'm going to miss him.
Then Elia.
I hope you had an enlightening visit at the corpse farm. Elia is one of my favorite neighbors, second only to Quilici. When her best farmhand got stuck up a tree, I got him down in one piece. Well, several pieces. I've always looked up to her.
One piece and several pieces are two very separate things. Or I still love the phrase corpse farm. Anyway, Yvette and Remy, I'll talk to them as well.
I hate to admit it, but I saw that one coming. Those two don't get out much. When Ignacy took away their research funding, I pulled some strings to get it back. He told me I was a fool, but they'll prove him wrong someday. I have faith. Sounds like you've met with everyone. We're ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest?
I mean, not much, gotta be honest. So you write about the Dream Scourge, it's older and stranger than they thought, that's true. We need a pillar of Adra. It might be able to connect the Dream Scourge to what's happening in the living lands. It might be able to connect the Dream Scourge. What do we mean it will connect the Dream Scourge? Do we mean like theoretically connected, so to speak? Anyway, something's draining the life from your farms. The only question is what? Animancers are unhinged, unregulated, and too dangerous to be left alone. I don't think I should say that. But yeah, you know what? You were actually right.
That's the fun part of metaphysics. Everything is strange, but nothing is new. Look at us. Barely even started, and already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi.
Aha. Run that by me again. You were about the details. What's next for me? Or are we studying the Dream Scourge or planning a heist? I should know you had an ulterior motive. Yeah, I mean... Okay. Do that one more time.
I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals. Whenever I tap into an Adra pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey. Thanks to you, they won't be a problem. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for privacy, I gave them a test subject. I'd call that a good day's work.
Well, by whom? Me, basically. So impressive what's next, or sounds like you've covered every detail and contingency imaginable. Okay. I hope their expertise was helpful as well. You should really tell me these things beforehand. Yeah, you probably should.
Sorry, I had a lot on my mind. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus.
Guessing you want to study the Dream Scourge by filtering out local interference, I can say.
Exactly. There are many ways of going about it, but my mother's invention will get us quick results. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I'm sure everything's fine. It's just a spooky death basement.
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there.
Okay, sounds almost a bit ominous, this. So don't worry, I'll run down and grab it for you. Didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Do you want to talk about it? What's down there? You know what, do you want to talk about it?
Right now, I would rather focus on the work ahead of us. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course, you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
Well, alright then. We shall go out
That's
and
where her
deal
parents
with
died.
that.
I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Is
Okay,
it
walking
around
into the
here?
basement of the
I
animancer I
never...
just met. Right, feels great.
Feels great indeed. Yeah, I never even thought about this place. Doesn't seem as if this is a transition, though. Hello? Spooky basement with a bunch
Something's
of
not
dead
right here.
people.
Stay ready.
Oh,
Even from the blight. Who grows here?
uh-huh. Well, we do have mushrooms, which doesn't bode well. Arthur Castell's will. To Giatta, I leave my mother's amulet. She has that on her neck. The only piece of the Valian Republic I took from home. My one condition is that she wear it as a reminder that we all come from somewhere. May she find comfort in a chain that binds the present to the past. I'll leave her also the house, the laboratory, and our inventions. Yes, all of them, with no conditions or expectations to weigh her down. Forgive us. Okay. Lovely. We have many faces of Barath, a bit more of the lore of the land, so to speak. Another note, Cordella Castell's will. Arthur insists that I write something down in case the worst should come to pass. But what inheritance do I have to offer? What legacy do I leave? I took no possessions from the homeland. I own nothing but my ambition and my mistakes. And then the ink is blotched, as if someone tapped their quill on the parchment several times before continuing. To Giatta, I leave my unshakable resolve, the determination to see her plans through to the bitter end, and the presence of mind to remember what is important. Let her have all of my best qualities. Should the experiment fail, I won't need them anymore, not where I'm going. Well, that's a load of nothing. Poor Giatta. Not even a dime. Well, the father was a little bit more forthcoming. The Gift Bearer's Pilgrimage. I mean, I almost want to read this. But I suppose it's not like the gift bearer, the one that I met. Just a gift bearer, I suppose. Okay, well, if you want to read, you can pause the video and have a bit of a read. I am gonna potentially get to that later. Arthur Castell's journal. Cordella is right, of course. We could refine the phantasmal focus for the rest of our lives, or we could put it to good use. So why do I have such doubts? Our plan has always been to tinker with the natural order, but nature is not orderly in the living lands. If we poke too hard at nature, who's to say something else won't poke back at us? Good question. Yes, don't poke nature too vigorously. And then we have a concerned letter from Quilici. My friends, you spend too much time in the privacy of your lab. Is it privacy? Privacy. I know that words were exchanged and more than one ego was bruised after that incident at the workshop, but the damage is superficial. Our community is ready to welcome you back with open arms. For the moment I am seeing to Giatta's education, but I urge you to give her the attention she deserves. She's a promising young woman in a difficult and influential time of her life, and she needs the counsel of her family now more than ever. And a bit of health. Lovely. Yeah, this is all not looking super hot, is it? And then we have word scribblings. The device should not work, and yet it does. Therein lies the problem. Theory and reality are in conflict, and to succeed without comprehension is worse than failure. I have learned nothing and can assume nothing about the limitations of this invention, which frightens me almost as much as Cordella's insistence that we keep going. All I know is that the device has tapped into something. I believed it was the essence of the living lands. What if I'm wrong? What if it's... several paragraphs have been violently scoured from the page. Yes. Have we transgressed so far into the unknowable that we are blind to the grave we dug ourselves? I must make preparations for Giatta's future. Oh, he saw what was coming, I think. Abaddon's hands. Okay, what the hell is that? Tiny, cheerful creatures that hide in the walls and the cracks between paving stones. Okay, well, hopefully none of those are in here. That sounds horrible. Oh, we have something over there. Then we have a dusty letter from Maximidaro. Arthur, do you have everything you need? After Cordella's outburst at that workshop, they say she retreated into her private lab, which is perfectly fine, but I worry about you and little Giatta. Let me know if you need anything, even if it's just to talk. I understand your research has made some ambitious strides. Good for you both. When you're ready to surface again, we have a game of Hasatua to finish. I'll keep the pieces warm. Maximidaro, governor of Fiormesimerno. Well, he was all very friendly. You have an actual tree in here. That's kind of cool. Also lockbox and also strange sounds in the background. You have that as well. Very nice. And a bit of money. And then we have Cordella Castell's journal. Arthur has been quiet lately, so I know he's worried about the experiment. He thinks the Iceland will object to our interference, as if such a thing were even possible. Clearly our daughter is cut from my side of the family. I can't wait to teach her everything we've learned. With any luck, Giatta will be as wild and audacious as the forces at play around her. She probably is, you know. Okay. Oh. Those are just rats. Those are not the thing that I read about. No. True. Oh, we did have something. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. That one is a bit tricky to get to, game. A hidden letter, yes, very hidden. Cordella, think of animancy as a lantern in the night. The weak flame sputters, offers a mere glimpse of the cold emptiness beyond. Just enough light to wander a few steps ahead and then scamper back to safety of home. The time has come for you to take your lantern deeper into the night, even if you vanish into a place where none dare follow. Imagine how much farther your daughter can go with the lighting, you lighting her path. Heed our advice. When the phantasmal focus is ready, do not hesitate. Animancy is a mere lantern, but you have invented a lighthouse. We suggest you use it. Your old friends. They're designed with a crooked drawing of an eye in the multicolored ink. Here we had the your old friends before. Was it in the governor's house? I don't remember. Oh.
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
What a horrific fate.
Beauty reborn. A life of peace.
Right. I didn't even see those before. You became Delamgad. I'm gonna have to fight you. Is that what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna have to fight her parents. Is that what Delamgad is? That's weird. Hello. Are we cool? You might not actually be fighty characters, as a matter of fact. So that's the phantasmal focus. I am gonna pick that up. And we're gonna see what happens.
Gods. We can leave now, right?
Poor Giatta. To think she's been living with this right under her nose.
Okay, yep, that's fine. No worries whatsoever.
Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giatta's parents, or whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods. I can't believe this.
Yeah, I mean, dead or suspended or something? Who knows, eh? Right, Giatta, I have the thing.
You're back. You found it. You actually found my inheritance. Did you see my mother and father? Are they still there?
Well, you might have warned me. I saw that the plant corpses were pretty hard to miss. Good gods, where else would they be? Good gods. Whatever I saw down there is your business. We don't need to discuss it. You know what? You bring it up when you feel like you want to.
For the time being, that would be best. With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into the essence of the living lands. I can also use it to smack around anyone who gets in our way.
Good. So you want to use that thing as a weapon, huh?
Don't worry. It's more durable than it looks. Kind of like me. The only thing we're missing now is an Adra pillar. And I know the perfect one. Naku Tedek, the old godless ruin west of Fjord. There should be some equipment waiting for us.
Where? There? Okay, well, I think we heard that name before as well. Could always use the outer pillar in the workshop, I can say. What is animancer equipment doing in some old ruin? Yeah, what's up with that?
We used it to study the Adra pillar. Then some priests moved in and took offense at our work. I hope they haven't tampered with the equipment, or this will be a very short experiment.
Alright then, and yes, I do have some experience with godless ruins after all.
Naku Tedek is special. I used to play there as a child and take rubbings of the memorial plaques. Historians think it may have once been a burial ground, a place where souls can return to the earth. So, we kept the tradition alive. Many of our founders are buried there, though not all of them, as you discovered.
Fair enough. So, right, what about the pillar in the workshop?
That rugged thing? It's as dry as a bone. Hardly any essence left. Even if it wasn't, I'm not exactly welcome in the workshop these days. Well, that covers everything. Let's go. The Dream Scourge can't hide for long. Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fjord. No telling how long we'll be gone. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best work in small groups. Chalk it up to performance anxiety.
Uh-huh. So, yes, now I do get to switch, or rather switch, select whether or not I want her in my party or not. And I was thinking, Kai, I like you, but I don't think I need you right now. So I'm gonna have Marius and her, and it probably means that we're gonna be like 3 ranged characters, which might not be the most efficient of ways to do it, but yeah, you know what, we can also say a little bit more here. Where was this performance anxiety when you were shouting in Vidaro's face, huh?
That was not my finest hour. I was so angry. Mistakes were made. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, I don't want there to be any mistakes.
Fair enough, I suppose. So either Kai goes back, Marius goes back, or her go back, or she go back. And yes, that's fine. Right, Kai, I am gonna leave you at camp for now, but in this specific case, in this game, I might actually try to switch around things here and there, not just go with the exact same characters all the damn time. We'll see how I do that. I'm not very good at that is to say switching out. I just tend to go with whatever it is that I have. Anyway, goodbye, Kai.
Ah, finally, some time to rest my feet.
Once we're all together, we should trade ghost stories. Best way to get acquainted. In the meantime, let's be off.
Alright then, there we go, new companion. So Giatta uses animancer to understand the world around her. While the science of souls remain uncontroversial, she believes the untapped essence of the living lands can and should be put to good use. She wants to prove her convictions by supporting the party in battle. Armed with a phantasmal focus, she draws on the spiritual currents of the living lands to heal and defend. Ooh, okay, so she's actually healing. Alright, so Purification calls forth invigorating wave of energy that heals allies by 25% of their maximum health, and the Spectral Jolt empower and activate essence generators. Ah, right. Oh. Okay, so basically Kai can get rid of fire things, she can get rid of, indeed activate those lightning thingamajigs. Yes, okay. And yes, indeed, people wants to have a chat, and I shall give them that, because where we're going right now... where are we going? Hold on. We are on ancient soil. So where is that exactly? Not that. Not that. Where is it? Is it here? Yes, that. Alright then, so what I'm thinking then, this looks good, right? We go to the party camp here, we chat with people, and then we basically go here, so we can loop around the Earth Blights. Sounds like a smart idea, I think. Alright, we have arrived. We'll start with Marius. Hello.
Envoy? Hard to imagine what Giatta's going through right now, with her parents and all that. I mean, I have no idea what actually happened there, but she lost her people. She'll need time to get past that. And she deserves it. Right, changing the subject.
It does feel as if that took to you a little bit more than you maybe want to admit, you know. So what do you think about her?
I'm sure you'll find it absolutely gripping. Go ahead. I'll tell you whatever you want to know.
Yeah, what's up with Giatta?
Giatta's a mystery to me. Animancers give me the vricus, and for good reason. Most of them would just as soon turn your soul into jewelry as look at you. Giatta seems different. She's smart, thoughtful, and she's got a spine, too. You can tell when someone needs extra help out here, and she doesn't. So, yeah, I don't understand her, but I guess I don't have to, really.
Awesome. You said Rikas. What was that? Unease of an situation. Yes, we've had that before. Alright then, cool.
If I must.
Also, do you want to chat at all?
These animancers don't agree on much, do they? You'd think arguing is a communal pastime.
Uh-huh. There we go. Yeah. What were you saying about that?
Only that they seem to love it. If you asked any two of them which way's north, you'd get 3 different answers. It's a wonder Fjord stood this long.
Alright then, yes, but yeah, I mean, they do have divisions, that's true. Friction is healthy, the rogue academics running experiments in the wilds, what do you expect? Yeah, you know what, friction can sometimes be a bit healthy.
A little friction, sure. They're producing enough to burn their operation down. I always thought adversity was supposed to bring people together, but they couldn't be more divided. They're stuck between a crop blight, a skeptical governor, angry farmers, and about as hostile an environment as you can find. And half of them seem more interested in pursuing their personal projects than dealing with the blight.
It is a little bit like that, yes. They lack a common purpose, their disorganization is a vulnerability. Isn't that the freedom people come to the living lands for? Yeah, Kai, isn't it?
The freedom to seek, not the freedom to starve. But I don't know how you guarantee one without risking the other.
Indeed. So, right, Captain Aelfir. Unexpected to meet her here in Fiorme Severno.
And troubling. What was it she said? The Steel Garrote will ensure the safety of Adiran interests?
From what I've seen, the Steel Garrote will do more harm than good to Adiran interests. Or if the Steel Garrote can help with keeping Adir's hands clean, I'm all for it. You know what? Probably will do more harm.
They aren't going to make you any friends, that's for sure. Stay sharp. A storm's brewing. And better if we can find it before it finds us.
Indeed. So, right. Can't ask you about people.
Envoy.
But we're gonna chat with you too. Hello.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an animancer feels different without Fiorme Severno. For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone.
Well, apart from you, I think you're going to enjoy working for yourself. You're isn't going anywhere. You can always make amends. Certainly not me. Yeah, you can probably make amends.
You're forgetting all the bridges I burned on my way out. No, that part of my life is over. At least now I have a place I can call my own.
I mean, you say that. I think you'll get around at some point. I don't have much to offer aside from a messy camp and an old bedroll. You're welcome to stay as long as you have us. I'll smuggle you back into Fjord anytime you feel homesick. You know what? Yes.
Such a troublemaker. But a thoughtful one. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous?
Probably a lot, yes. Though not through any fault of ours. With any luck, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Does it make you comfortable? Yeah, that's it.
Just making sure I know what I signed up for. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready. I hope so, anyway.
Well, I do have a bedroll that's quite empty and cold. How about... no, never mind. Anyway, wanted to ask about you.
What do you want to know?
Well, can ask about travel companions. Let's
Anyone
do
in
that.
particular? I warn you, I'm not the best judge of first impressions.
Well, how about Kai?
Kai is a useful fellow. We need people like him to keep you grounded. Just not too grounded. On the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence. You feel good knowing he's around. But there's something deeper. Something in his core that he guards from everyone. Maybe even himself.
Sounds about right, yes. Should we be concerned?
Oh, not at all. Kai is a sweetheart. And if that's who he chooses to show us, then that's who he is. If there's another side to him, he'll show us when he's good and ready. No need to rush a natural process.
Sounds reasonable. And about Marius?
Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. A search for forgiveness? Who knows? He's a tough fellow, but I wouldn't put too much pressure on him.
That's a good advice, actually. What kind of pressure are you talking about?
Good question. Mental and emotional pressure, specifically. Marius could hunt the great western stag if he set his mind to it. But his own feelings elude him. When he wants to find himself, give him room to do so, but don't push him. Just be there to catch him.
Ooh, what is that thing? The Great Western Stag? Parable told about the gods wherein Galloway created a beast that could be forever hunted but never caught. Among other things, the story serves as a lesson about futility, achievement, and the unquenchable desire to reach for the unattainable. Ooh, cool. So, how about me?
We haven't been together long, but I think I have you figured out. In Paradise, you have a reputation for being an unlawful misfit. This is the frontier, after all. We don't exactly do things by the book. Fiorme Severno tolerates you well enough. No doubt thanks to my influence. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices reflect who you are. At the end of the day, you shouldn't care what anyone thinks. All that matters is how you see yourself. I've spilled all the gossip I know. Ask me again when there's a new face in camp.
Alright then, we shall do that. Also, you didn't really say much about me as such, so, okay. Do you want to talk about your parents?
I suppose you deserve to know. after what I put you through. My mother wanted to expand Fjord's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious enough. She wanted to feed the world. She thought she could break the wilderness, using animancy as the whip. Turn the living lands into a garden.
Okay, well, is that actually even possible?
Anything's possible, but there are significant problems to overcome. After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus, she was impatient to get started. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the living lands has nature in the palm of their hand.
Indeed, a lot of power for one animancer. Emerald Stair was just a prototype for a bigger plan. Don't take this wrong way, but was your mother all right? But yeah, sounds like a bigger plan was in her thoughts.
Indeed, a world run by animancy. Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. My father thought she was brilliant. Others thought she was mad. I think she was a victim of her own ambition. She wanted so much, and there was so little time to achieve it. Theoretically, her plan should have worked. But the living lands had other ideas. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with reality. Everything went wrong.
That's a bit sad, yes. So, what do you think? How old? I thought I said, how old are you? Like, how old are you? Anyway, what do you think actually happened then?
I can't rule anything out, but I suspect the Dream Scourge had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches. And if I'm right, that means it's been here a long time. Or the forces behind it.
Indeed. So, right, how they were changed, is that something that animancy does often?
No. To my knowledge, the accident was no everyday occurrence. But neither was the experiment. My mother transgressed on nature, on existence itself. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I can finish her work.
Sounds interesting. And when this happened, exactly how old were you? The notes that we found sort of made it feel like you were quite young.
I was 17. That makes it... Gods, has it been 13 years already? After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Quilici got me to crack open a book. I have a lot of catching up to do in my studies. Need to make up for lost time.
I wouldn't really put you at 30, but now that you say it, yeah, okay, fair enough. So it makes you think we'll fare any better than your parents did? Yeah, that's a good question.
My mother and father didn't know the risks, and I can't stop thinking about them. Caution and experience will stop us from repeating their mistakes. That's all I care to say for now. At least, about this topic. I thought my family's research could help Emerald Stair. That it could banish the Dream Scourge from our lands. Of course, Vidaro wouldn't even give me a chance. He was afraid of history repeating itself. Still, I'm hopeful. This legacy of mine could change animancy as we know it. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Closer than my mother ever got.
Well, that's interesting, but also, yeah, is that what you want?
Good question. The idea of finishing my parents' work gives me a warm feeling. But do I want it? I know I've got one lifetime, and I want to do something with it.
Okay, I mean, that's fair, I suppose. I thought we had many lifetimes, both ahead of us and behind us, though.
Very good. You know your metaphysics. This is the one life where I am Giatta Castel, animancer extraordinaire. In the next life, I could be an idiotic tree. I have an obligation to use the time I have. No animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe, with a little luck, I could be the first.
I mean, why do you say trees would be idiotic? They might be very smart trees. Okay. Your surname is Castel, and a connection to Castel's Folly. I mean, okay. Similar, but really? Maybe?
That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Castel led the Valian trading company in the Deadfire archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of animancy, and apparently he had interests here.
Okay, so, right, but what is the folly then of Castle?
He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous.
Yeah, teleportation seems like a tall order, really. So, right, no family connection then.
I hope not. I wouldn't want my family associated with speculation, corruption, and whatever else happened in the Deadfire. We have enough problems already.
Okay, but what do you think happened to him then?
Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castle is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Valian Trading Company. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation. Unfortunately, that's all I know. Whether or not Castle succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream.
True. Also, are we gonna go to the Deadfire? Could be interesting. So, right, ever tried animancy on yourself? I heard about the penis enlargement animancy. There might be something for women as well, maybe?
Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul, to become fully aware of my past lives. Every animancer tries, and fails. It's practically a rite of passage. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention together from spare parts. Amateur work. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and my head was pounding like a drum.
You don't need animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
That answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before, and I'm just reliving the events of a past life? I try not to think about it too much.
I mean, could be, who knows. So, right, the phantasmal focus then, how the hell does that work?
Ah, a simple question with a very complicated answer. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living lands, much like a compass to magnetic north. But essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk.
That is very true, yes. The living lands does indeed not want to be controlled.
Indeed. Don't get me wrong, this invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. One lever of a device that exists only in theory. Perhaps it should remain that way.
I mean, we'll see. And you know what? I am actually not gonna ask her about the Emerald Stair region. I've heard enough about it from Marius.
You too.
So there we go. Oh, but you apparently want to talk a little bit more, though.
Between the two of us, thank you for helping Yatsley reach that vase. Maybe it seems like nothing to you, but to her it's everything. When you consider how many Orlans and dwarves there are, it's outrageous that we build so high off the ground.
That's true. Also, we never actually found her in Fiorme Severno. Interesting. So I know the Imperial Archives have some of the tallest bookshelves in Eora.
What a pain. Don't let her size fool you. On the inside, Yatsley stands as tall as a mountain. One of these days she's going to change the world, shake things up. And I'll be at her side, grinning like a fool. Anyway, thanks again.
You are welcome. So, cool. Anything else?
Until next time.
No, you seem to be
I
fine.
wish you could have seen Emerald Stair in better times.
What was it like? I've only
You know what,
passed through a
while
few
you
times
speak,
over
I need to check one thing, because I have this wand, and it's weird. Because, like... Oh, right, that's what I looked incorrectly at. I looked at that and thinking, that's what I need to upgrade it. And then in my inventory it said only Awakened Honor. But yes, that is for the first step in Exceptional. We can get it to Exceptional, but only, like, no steps into it. Am I not able to do... Oh, I'm lacking one order to do that. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, that's a bit sad. But okay then. I can absolutely level up a little bit more here, though. My Arcanist Gambol, more damage reduction is not bad, and I can probably do one more as well. Immediately, I have a lot of tanned hides, so that's fine. And then we are in the same situation. Oh, I can do one more as well. Good. Let's just keep on going. There we go. What do I need for you? Sarptines. Oh, I need to kill more Sarps for this one to be done, or rather be better. And there's going to be Awakened Otter for you too. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, right. Right. That was the other thing I was supposed to do. Enchanting. I can enchant this thing. So, charge missile is what it has right now. So that's all fine. Then I can choose either overcharge missile. So that was attack damage maximum range. I can do 10% and 60% maximum one range. I already like the extra range, and that's even more. But we can also say power attacks deal moderate stun to nearby enemies. That's pretty good as well. That's pretty good. I mean, it already has the bonus one range. So getting a bit of stun to nearby enemies. I mean, I am facing off with multiple enemies quite a lot. So, you know what? Yes, let's do that one. So that... I mean, I hope it doesn't remove that one. Huh? That's weird then. So now I don't have the bonus range. Is that what we're... Okay.
Fish leaped into our nets.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Did they not glow in the light? Her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death.
But of course, before we leave, we have to do a dream sequence. So you call that life? I doubt Giatta thinks her parents are still alive in any way that matters to her. You and I have different ideas of beauty. I thought they were monstrous. I didn't really think it was monstrous. I guess there was a horrible majesty to them. Can I have one night without you butting in? I'm trying to sleep. You know what? Not really life as such, but potentially there is something in there. But again, to Giatta, not really alive, right?
The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade.
Indeed. Okay. Would you care so much? Somehow I don't think they agree to this. Do you think there's a way to turn them back into people? That's a good question.
Apple into seed. We think not. They have blossomed now. They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change?
I mean, if they weren't changed, they could still do good stuff in the world, so no, not really. We can't decide for others, they should always have a choice. You're right, they have a new form now, and that's better than nothing. Is it though, when that's the form? No, I'm gonna say we can't really decide for others.
Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells.
Ooh, you're a little bit antsy here. I mean... strong? I mean, they can't do anything with that strength. I suppose they live on in some form. You disgust me. Just let me sleep. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. But, okay, fine. They have changed their form, but like, okay.
More than alive. No suffering. No end. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new life. We will speak soon.
Well, that was a bit interesting. Indeed. Alright then, we are out about in the world again with Marius and Giatta. And we're gonna start with the people over here. Where the hell is he? Oh, bloody hell, I'm far off the path. I'm supposed to be down here. Is he standing by the road? It's not you. Oop. Nice jumps there. Who the hell are you? Hello, Matthias Solagaria.
They just make me feel uncomfortable.
I'm glad to see revenants working in our fields. I see nothing wrong with it.
What if the body used to be your brother? Your grandfather? You, Adiran, you know what a revenant is, don't you? Your dead friends and family walking around rotting all over your cabbages?
Uh-huh. You're using your dead to work the fields. I know about this already. I don't see the problem with revenants working the fields. I agree with her. The dead should be used as farming equipment. You know what? I don't see a problem here.
Thank you, friend. With luck, that will buy me a few moments of quiet.
Well, there you go. I solved the matter. Right. Basically, it's a straight shoot from here. It's not like I remember exactly where he was standing, but it was about here then, I suppose. Yes, there he is. Hey, sir! I know about the revenants.
There you are. You'd been gone so long I was starting to worry. What happened at the lake?
Well, you'll never believe me what I say. So it's pretty mystical, but I should figure it out, yes.
So there was something supernatural at work. I knew it. Tell me more.
I shall. I can lie and say he said the revenants were drawn to essence or something. He lost me after that. No. It's this moon rock. I brought it back for you. Oh, no, I don't want to bring it back to you. I want to bring it to the gift bearer. I'm gonna lie to you. Alright, yes, he kind of lost me after being drawn to essence or something.
But what happened to them? Oh, this is going to bother me. Ah, well, I asked you to investigate, and you did. Now, I should get to work on the new flock. They won't animate themselves. Surely someone's died somewhere.
I mean, if nothing else, I can fix that for you.
Probably, yes.
Maybe pick up some eggs and milk while you're out getting corpses. Maybe a nice pastry or two.
Yes, see, Marius got the idea. But yeah, I did not want to give you the meteor thingamajig, or part of the thing. Now, where were you? You weren't like at the docks specifically. You were sort of to the side, yeah, a little bit down by the water. There we go. There you are. Hello, sir.
You emerged from one shore and found me at another. Do you have the stone?
I do have the stone.
Good. The farther it travels, the safer it will be. Even an enchanted stone should not attract the undead. The lake must have imbued it with some power I cannot name. To heal Andra's wound, I must give it a watery grave, commit it to the deepest, darkest ocean. She will forget it there.
Aha, so you're just gonna dump it in the water, huh? So you want to leave the living lands if they're coming all this way. Good luck. Well, you know more about this than I do. This is a strange day of my life, and I've come back from the dead. So, okay. So you're leaving then?
I will sail for a time. Who knows? I may drift here again. Now, will you return it? I have coin, if it would help. I can afford my boat passage. I need no more than that.
Oh, you can absolutely have it for money. But I could obviously then say maybe not and go back to Joseph. But no. Here you go.
The Lady of Lament assures me that this is better off forgotten. By helping me, you've helped her. She owes you, and she won't forget that.
That's interesting. I suppose, yes, if you give it to Joseph, maybe he will, like, invent something around it to have, like, a giant herd of revenants. Sounds like a fun thing, but this is fine as well. So, quite an honor. Thank you for me. Interesting I could use a god in my pocket. I wish the gods would leave me alone. No, quite an honor, I should say.
I will relay that message sooner than you think. So, that is that. I believe my time here has come to an end. Whatever called you to these shores, I hope it reveals itself soon.
Well, we shall see. Anything's possible, who knows? Maybe we'll meet again.
Until our next voyage around the wheel, godlike.
Well, there
That's
you
enough
go.
mysticism for one day. Let's get out of here, huh?
I would kill for a standard festering snake bite right now.
Me too, I think. Anyway, that's a level up. Lovely. Now, I am just gonna keep on spending my point in Wizard, I think. I have taken rank 2 of that. I don't think we right now need to unlock more Grimoire spells. We had the Blood Magic and the Harvest Essence. What did I... Ooh, right. I was thinking about the Grimoire Snap. Deals stun damage to tougher enemies as well. I'm going to take that one. And then Companions. Ooh, right. We're going to have Giatta, right? None of you, but Giatta, you have 4 points. So what do you have? You have Purification. The 25% of maximum health. That can go up. You also have Barrier. Grants all allies a shield that provides temporary health for 20 seconds. Not bad. And Acceleration increases the move speed and attack speed. Okay. And then finally, Giatta's attacks heal all allies by a small amount. Nice as well. We're going to unlock that one. I am going to boost this, so it's 50% instead. But we also have enemies within the range of purification are interrupted and knocked back. Also good. Increases damage reduction of all allies. We'll start with the heal. That's fine. And what do we have here? Increases the amount of temporary health granted by the barrier. Good. When barrier ends, allies are healed in proportion to the amount of temporary health remaining. While barrier is active, Giatta cannot be hit and knocks melee attackers back. Ooh, all interesting. She has really good stuff. Holy hell. You know what? Increase health on the barrier. By the way, what do we have here? Allies empowered by acceleration use their speed to gain 50% of damage reduction. Increases the duration of acceleration by 10 seconds. And abilities activated while acceleration is active will have their cooldowns reduced. Okay, that's interesting as well. She has a lot of good stuff. Holy crap, you are interesting. But you apparently 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, yeah, it's the same. It's the same. And I still haven't taken the unbending defense, which I probably should do. But there we go. And I think, oh right, and we also have a ability point, right? No, I didn't get an ability point on this occasion, but that's a bit sad. But alright then, you know what? Looking at the time, I think we are actually not going to be able to move on much further. But in the next episode, we are moving towards the ancient soil here. So we're going to basically, I'm just going to follow. I don't know exactly how we get there. We are going to have to go... we are going to have to go, like, up here. We'll make it there. And then up here, deal with you, and maybe, just maybe we go and deal with these guys as well. We're sort of in the area. It kind of depends on what happens after we have done this, I suppose. So I think that that is very much the plan for the next episode. For now, though, this has been ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.